阿 Lucas 咧對亞洲電影，尤其係香港電影個印象係點啦？同埋今次之行咧，會唔會同即係香港嘅電影人見面咁樣啊？
I just got here yesterday, so I didn't get to meet many filmmakers yet. I hope that tonight will give me the opportunity, I'm sure it will, to meet and encourage them. And as for Asian cinema, it is a constant growth, and I think, you know, in every region of Asia, it has been an example for us. We've been inspired by the storytelling, by the technique, and so it's for me a privilege to be here and to get closer to that growth.
咁即係亞洲簡單翻就係亞洲嘅電影都一直係持續增長，即係成長中啦。咁同埋因為琴日先啱到埗，所以都未有機會接觸到太多電影人。不過希望今晚嘅典禮嗰度有一個即係終於有機會可以見到佢哋啦。咁所以都可以睇下到時點樣同佢哋即係接觸啊、溝通啊，咁樣可以同呢個即係係咯繼續 grow 緊嘅市場去合作喺香港。係AM13係，咁想問下佢有冇話邊位電影人係即係係想特別見啦，同埋有冇啲咩去熟悉嘅香港電影？
There are many. I don't want to be specific, but you know, as a kid, I was influenced by Asian cinema. So it's a variety. It's on a bigger scale. I wouldn't have any direct name from Hong Kong because you know my first emotion was In the Mood for Love and Wong Kar-wai is not from Hong Kong because I think the movie was shot in Argentina or something like that. But it is a general impression, and I'm here to meet and to educate myself on the subject more than see my idols.
Do you have any particular Asian films that you like, that are your favorites? We watch Asian films often.
Well, you know, I had the chance in the Cannes Film Festival. I think it was 96 or 97. I filmed with Catherine Deneuve, with an Asian filmmaker, and it gave me the opportunity to have my first emotion. And I think that's the first time I was educated on the subject.
Would you be open to doing any Asian projects?
Of course, as I said earlier, it is a constant an industry in constant growth. We've been witnessing in Europe the growth of Asian cinema, and you know, you just when you watch the Oscars and you see who's getting rewarded, you can see the direct impact and influence, and it's a constant growth. So I think it's fair to say that when every story has been told and everything has been filmed, and we see where the new stories are coming from, they're coming from Asia, and I'm looking forward to, you know, a lot of movies back in the days they used to remake them the American way, and I like the fact that now, you know, the original version is the one that is prevailing.
Emily in Paris 啦，咁咧就好似開拍到第4季啦，同埋今年推出，咁可唔可以同我角色同埋再同 Emily 合作，有咩發展咧？個角色發展係。
We haven't shot it yet. It's being shot in August. As for the storyline, Darren Star likes to write everything as we're shooting, because he gets directly inspired by the characters, by the real actors in real life. So we cannot tell where it's going to go, but depending on what I'm going to do with my life, there might be an influence, direct influence on Gabrielle. So we'll see.
因為第四季8月嘅時候先至會正式去開拍啦。咁因為拍嘅時候，其實個劇本都即係佢自己嘅生活啊，又或者好多嘅角色嘅交流，其實都會因為咁樣而改變咗，即係一路改變咗個角色嘅。咁所以就大家拭目以待啦。
我想問咧，Lucas 舊年咧就拍咗套電影就叫《Ticket to Paradise》啦。咁我想問下佢同Julia Roberts 同埋George Clooney 嗰個合作感受啦，有冇俾佢問到啊？
It's a nice question, because when you get to work with iconic actors such as George and Julia, you always have expectations. Even though you grew up with them and you saw all their movies, you feel like you know them, but at the same time you can, they say never meet your idols, never meet your heroes, because you get disappointed. And George and Julia happen to be the most generous, kind, and just protective people I've ever worked with. They go out of their way to make the set a safe place, and they gave me an opportunity to improvise. They made me feel loved and accepted, and I think I just learned with them that the bigger the start and the nicer the person. So it gave me a lot of fuel for the rest of my career.
咁呢次合作入面，因為有得同一啲兒時偶像或者話一啲都叫做好出名嘅細個睇住佢哋戲大嘅演員合作啦，咁所以都學咗好多嘅。咁尤其佢哋喺一個工作環境嗰度，有令到即係大家都舒適嘅，即係令到大家個合作係舒服嘅。咁曾經都有啲人話即係你唔好去認識或者接觸你嘅偶像或者英雄啦。咁但係佢喺佢哋身上學到嘅就係其實你越係一個巨星，其實你越係一個友善嘅人咁樣啦。咁佢哋同時都俾咗on set嘅時候俾咗好多機會佢去發揮啊即場去做一啲嘗試咁樣嘅，係啦，所以都合作嘅。
Speaking of idols, who are your idols in Asian cinema?
Well, Tony Young, my good job, because I love In the Mood for Love, so I know that Tony is nominated tonight as well. I really hope I'm going to have the opportunity to talk to him. That's a movie I've been, it came out in the 2000s, and I've been living with it for 20 years. So I think I was 11 when it came out. It was my first emotion cinema, and so I really hope I'm going to get to have a little conversation with him, to be a fan.
今晚都好期待見到梁朝偉啦！即係啱啱頭先記者問到最即係邊個亞洲嘅電影明星係最有感覺，就係因為佢睇《花樣年華》咧就即係睇《花樣年華》大嘅，咁佢哋而家都成20年啦，咁所以張曼玉、梁朝偉一直以嚟都係佢嘅偶像，或者話佢今晚都好希望知道梁朝偉係會有份提名嘅，即係獲提名，都希望可以見到佢同埋親身交流咁樣咯，係。
開 TV， 想問佢對於香港印象點樣？有冇興趣嚟香港拍戲？
My general impression of Hong Kong is good. I spent a lot of time focusing on America and South America because I wanted to, have a career there. And so when you spend that much time being from Europe, focusing on one continent, other continents are being left out, and I finally have the time to focus on Asia, and I've always waited for that moment to explore and to see this different planet, because every continent is a different world, and to be stimulated by the creative side, by the food, the culture, and Hong Kong is my first step in Asia. It's my first time in Asia, so I'm just, everything I'm seeing is just so stimulating. I'm so happy to be here. Yesterday when we got to the hotel, I just went for a walk for 3 hours, and with my old camera and to take pictures, and it's just so stimulating. You know, the perfumes, the colors, the architecture, the fashion, the people, and it's just, you know, at some point you have to feed your brain with something new. You have to see something you haven't seen before. Otherwise, it's the death of creativity. So I'm very inspired by Hong Kong, and I can't wait to have time off tomorrow to explore more.
咁因為都係琴日先到埗啦，咁但係都已經用咗3個鐘喺香港嗰度散步啦。咁覺得香港其實係佢亞洲嘅第一站啦，所以喺以往嘅合作入面，主要都係專注喺美國啊，或者話喺南美啊等等嘅地方啦。咁所以其實去到唔同嘅州，即係世界咁大，都好期待喺亞洲呢一個土地上面咧，可以尋找到一啲新嘅刺激啊，或者一啲新嘅想像嘅。咁琴日嗰個散步入面咧，咁就即係可能都覺得香港有好多嘢對佢嚟講係好刺激新鮮，咁唔會停止去繼續做一啲新嘅嘗試嘅，因為如果係咁嘅話，就即係好似創意就會乾枯咗咁樣啦。咁我哋就麻煩晒 Lucas 啦，係唔該晒你哋。